On September 27, 1964, a top-secret prototype tore through the skies above Boscombe Down, proving Britain had engineered the most lethal low-altitude strike bomber on Earth. Capable of flying under 60 meters at Mach 1.1 and reaching over Mach 2.15 at 40,000 feet, the BAC TSR-2 was built to slip beneath Soviet radar networks and deliver tactical nuclear payloads deep behind enemy lines. Designed under the stringent General Operational Requirement 339 issued in 1956, this strike platform was 15 years ahead of its era, integrating forward-looking terrain following radar and automated navigation long before those systems became global standards. Yet just 6 months after its flawless maiden flight, on April 6, 1965, the British government officially cancelled the entire program during the National Budget Day announcement. What followed remains one of the most controversial decisions in aviation history. Authorities did not merely halt production. They ordered the physical destruction of active airframes, precision tooling, jigs, and classified design schematics, consigning a pinnacle of British aerospace engineering to scrap heaps. Driven by surging research costs that escalated from £35 million to over £125 million, alongside bitter inter-service budget disputes and strategic shifts toward American platforms, the nation dismantled its own supersonic masterpiece. Only 2 complete airframes, XR-220 and XR-222, survived the purge, leaving historians and defense analysts to debate how a jet built to terrify opposing air defense networks was eliminated without ever facing combat. Before we go on, do you believe the TSR-2 could have secured Britain as an independent aerospace superpower if it had entered full service? Share your thoughts below, hit subscribe for more deep dives, and tell me where you are watching from. To understand why the BAC TSR-2 caused such profound anxiety within opposing defense circles, one must examine its unprecedented technical architecture. The core operational mandate demanded continuous high-speed flight through dense air layers at altitudes under 60 meters, rendering hostile long-range surface-to-air missiles like the S-75 Divina completely ineffective. Achieving this required an extremely high wing loading of nearly 500 kilograms per square meter across a compact 65 square meter delta wing. This specific aerodynamic design cushioned the airframe against violent atmospheric turbulence at low altitude, ensuring a smooth, fatigue-free flight profile for both the crew and sensitive onboard electronics. Powering this 27-meter-long airframe were twin Bristol Siddeley Olympus 22R Mk320 turbojet engines, each delivering 87 kilonewtons of dry thrust and over 136 kilonewtons in full afterburner. This raw propulsion allowed the bomber to sprint at Mach 1.1 at sea level and surge past Mach 2.15 at high altitude, while specialized blown flap systems enabled short-field takeoff and landing on rough airstrips measuring under 900 meters. The true technological breakthrough, however, resided within the integrated avionics suite. The platform incorporated a forward-looking Ferranti terrain, following radar coupled directly to an automated flight control system, enabling fully automated blind navigation through complex valleys in zero visibility conditions. Complementing this was an EMI sideways-looking airborne radar for wide area reconnaissance, an advanced inertial navigation system, and an early rank Cintal head-up display projecting flight data directly into the pilot field of vision. Inside its climate-controlled internal weapons bay, The bomber could carry tactical nuclear payloads, including the Red Beard weapon, or the low-level WE-177, a nuclear gravity bomb with selectable yields up to 450 kilonewtons. In 1964, no other combat aircraft on Earth matched this combination of speed, low-level penetration capability, and computerized sensor integration. Despite its overwhelming technical superiority, the BAC TSR-2 program began to unravel under severe administrative friction and astronomical cost inflation. In 1959, the British government coerced Vickers Armstrongs and English Electric to merge into the British Aircraft Corporation, creating an awkward dual management structure that fragmented design authority between Weybridge and Wharton. Initial research estimates in 1959 stood at £35 million, but by late 1964, development expenditures skyrocketed past £125 million. Treasury projections indicated that purchasing a planned fleet of 110 aircraft would consume over £750 million, pushing the unit price to nearly £2,800,000 per airframe. Simultaneously, a fierce inter-service feud erupted inside the Ministry of Defense. Admiral of the fleet Lord Louis Mountbatten campaigned aggressively against the project to safeguard naval budgets for the proposed CVA-01 aircraft carrier and the carrier-borne Blackburn Buccaneer strike jet. This lack of military consensus left the program completely defenseless against the newly elected Labour government of Prime Minister Harold Wilson. The doctrine rooted in the 1957 Defence White Paper, authored by Duncan Sandys, had long claimed that surface-to-surface missiles would render manned combat aircraft obsolete. Seeking immediate fiscal reduction, Secretary of State for Defense Dennis Healey announced the total cancellation of the project on April 6, 1965, pledging instead to procure 50 variable geometry F-111K strike fighters from General Dynamics in the United States. Following the announcement, ministry directives mandated the total destruction of active assembly jigs, manufacturing tools and design blueprints at the Preston factory, alongside stripping partially built airframes like XR-221 and XR-223, effectively preventing any future revival of the platform. The promise of a cheaper American alternative quickly unraveled into one of the costliest procurement blunders in British military history. By January 1968, a severe sterling devaluation combined with spiraling development costs on the General Dynamics project forced the British government to cancel the entire F-111K order as well. Britain was left with neither the BAC TSR-2 nor the American replacement, having absorbed over £250 million in total cancellation fees and abandoned development expenses. To plug the resulting low-level strike deficit, the Royal Air Force was forced to purchase the McDonnell Douglas F-4 Phantom II and retrofit the Supersonic Blackburn Buccaneer, an aircraft originally rejected by air staff planners as inadequate. The long-term strategic fallout was catastrophic for the domestic aviation sector. The sudden termination triggered a massive brain drain of top-tier British engineers and aerodynamicists to American aerospace giants including Boeing, Lockheed, and McDonnell Douglas. The British aircraft industry permanently lost the capacity to independently manufacture heavy supersonic strike bombers, forcing the nation into multinational joint ventures that eventually produced the Panavia Tornado and the Eurofighter Typhoon. Yet the engineering legacy was not entirely lost. The Olympus 22R powerplant evolved directly into the Rolls-Royce Snecma Olympus 593 turbojet, the legendary engine that powered the Concorde across the Atlantic at Mach 2. The fate of the TSR-2 delivers an enduring lesson in defense economics. Even the most revolutionary military hardware is ultimately vulnerable to fluctuating political doctrines and unsustainable financial management. If Britain had preserved this supersonic platform in 1965, would the European aerospace industry still be playing catch-up to American defense conglomerates today?